Every day during the Vietnam War, thousands of American soldiers tuned in to a mysterious female voice. She knew their unit locations, their casualties, and even played the songs they missed from home. To them, she became known as Hanoi Hannah. But the truth behind her broadcasts is even more fascinating than the legend. Her real name was Trinh Thi Ngo, but American troops gave her the nickname Hanoi Hannah. Every day she hosted English-language radio broadcasts aimed directly at U.S. military personnel. While many dismissed her messages as propaganda, there was one part of her broadcast that left countless soldiers genuinely disturbed. Hanoi Hannah would often mention the names of American soldiers who had recently been killed, captured, or were serving with specific military units. Sometimes she even referred to their hometowns or described recent casualties involving their battalions. Imagine sitting in a remote jungle outpost, turning on your radio after a long patrol, only to hear a voice from the enemy mention soldiers from your own unit. It was enough to make many wonder if North Vietnam somehow knew exactly where they were. Rumors quickly spread among American troops. Some believed Hanoi Hannah had access to secret military intelligence. Others feared there were spies operating inside U.S. bases. The broadcast created an atmosphere of uncertainty, making soldiers question just how much the enemy actually knew. However, historians believe the explanation was far less mysterious. Much of the information used in Hanoi Hannah's broadcasts was gathered from publicly available sources. American military newspapers such as Stars and Stripes, official casualty announcements, and news reports often contained names, unit designations, and operational details. North Vietnamese intelligence could then combine this information with battlefield reports to create broadcasts that sounded remarkably personal and accurate. This strategy was a classic example of psychological warfare. The goal wasn't necessarily to convince American soldiers to surrender. Instead, it was to create doubt, fear, homesickness, and the feeling that the enemy was always watching. Interestingly, many American veterans later admitted that they listened to Hanoi Hannah's broadcasts on a regular basis. Some tuned in simply out of curiosity. Others enjoyed the American music she played between her announcements. Even those who laughed at the propaganda often continued listening, wondering what she would say next. One of the most memorable reactions came years after the war. Former U.S. Senator and Vietnam War veteran John McCain, who spent more than 5 years as a prisoner of war in North Vietnam, recalled hearing Hanoi Hannah's broadcasts almost every day. He even remarked that she was an excellent broadcaster, praising her ability to capture the attention of her audience despite being on the opposing side. Today, Hanoi Hannah remains one of the most recognizable figures of the Vietnam War. Her broadcasts serve as a reminder that wars are fought not only with guns, tanks, and aircraft, but also with information, psychology, and the power of a single human voice.